Here he is. He's here.
I thought I was carrying the show there for a minute.
The boys, you carry the show every week. What are you talking about?
You
are the maestro of this show.
What's different? Can we unpack why we're in semi-isolation again? What are you doing?
What
at
have you
home,
done,
Nick?
mate?
Why are you not with us?
I'm still recovering from the wedding last week. I was so exhausted after that mammoth effort. I just needed a week to myself. It's pretty emotional.
We rename it? It wasn't just the wedding. It was the wedding of the decade. We are
That's
in.
true.
How do you get a better wedding than that? You know what I mean?
Well, we did it in the reverse order, though, didn't we? Because we had the wedding and then we went on your Bucks on Saturday night, Scott. Tell us about it.
How was his Bucks?
How was your Bucks, Scott?
How was your Bucks?
I don't know. You tell the story. I didn't see you make it. Hotel was booked, tickets to sporting events, restaurants organised, and Scotty just walked out.
I might defer to you for how it was.
Well, let's just say it's another thing that Scott started but didn't finish.
I don't know if I started.
It's true. Hey, guys, I'm keen. Oh, the Bucks party this Saturday. No, I've got things to do.
Yeah. Sorry, can I just pause? I'm having an issue sitting in this room. Simeon, why is your family's Apple TV upside down?
What? What are you talking about?
It's upside down. Why is it upside down?
How is the Apple TV upside down? Where?
Because that's its base, and if I turn it over, there'll be an Apple logo on the top.
Because it works better that way. That's what you're talking about. How do
Did Scott
you
just
even
turn it
notice
over?
that?
Did Scott just turn it over? Did Scott just finish something?
We
fixed it.
Yeah, he did fix it. But last week we had the wedding of the decade. It was
yeah.
a phenomenal time.
Amazing.
Nick, you were outstanding. You blew us away. Right now you're not with us because you got a little bit of a sickness, an issue, and we don't want to take any risks. And so we are staying well away.
I thought even the day leading into the SCOMO Show wedding, I thought this is
We could just call it the wedding, Scott.
The wedding
We could just
of
call
the
it the
decade.
wedding.
This
Doesn't have to be
is
SCOMO Show.
a giant waste of my time. This is just going to fall flat on its face.
Can't believe you're saying this.
Simeon's put a lot of talk around it,
Can't
but
believe
he's
you're
not
saying
actually
it.
going to put the work into it. And then I got here, and the garden was lit up in fairy lights, and Nick was, at least from the waist up, dressed for the occasion.
Magnificent. You looked
And,
magnificent. You looked magnificent, Nick.
Did such a
Thank
good
you.
job playing the celebrant, and it was just beautiful. And I take back my negativity because it was great. There was a moment which I want to share. Afterwards, we'd had the dinner, the planned reception, and we were sitting in the dining room here at the Hoffmans, and Lisa was like, it's time to go to bed. She went to bed, and Kim had gone home. It was just us three sitting around the table, and Simeon brought out a cheesecake, and that cheesecake was the best cheesecake I've ever had. And that was such a highlight of the night for me.
Wait, so hang on a minute. We literally spent an afternoon setting up a wedding for you. Nick went down and got his celebrant's license. We didn't tell you that, but that was a legal wedding. You're now, you're now legally married. We went to all the effort of that, and you're telling me the highlight wasn't even in the wedding? You're a disgrace.
I thought the cheesecake was part of...
I mean, technically it was, but why didn't you share it with your wife if it was
Did
such
Kim
a
get
good
any
moment?
cheesecake?
For that very reason.
Kim, did you get any cheesecake? Kim, I know you're watching right now. Just comment if you got any cheesecake, Kim.
Kim.
We know that you watch the show every
Kim.
single week without fail. Hey, why don't you share what your highlight of the wedding was? My favorite part, without doubt, was when Nick was taping your hands together.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful
Does
moment
anyone know
of
what a hand
unity.
fasting ceremony actually is? Because if that's what it is,
Where did you get that idea from, Nick?
I went to someone else's wedding and they had their hands all tied with nice lace and stuff, and it was the two coming together in one. And I was like, yeah, I'm not buying lace, but it seems like a cool idea, very symbolic, you know.
I mean, I have very smooth, hairless hands now, so I mean that's nice.
Do you know what one of my funny moments coming out of the wedding was? We were sitting here at our home church on Sunday, and Helen was like, yeah, that was actually funny, sort of in Scott's skeptical manner. Except, Nick, what was that weird accent you were doing? And the whole table, everyone was just like, what weird accent? That was clearly the best impersonation of
The
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, yeah. Nick,
I think it's Peter Green. I think Peter Green was the Marriage is what, and and Helen just thought it was me with a speech impediment or an accent, but no, that was brilliant acting.
That's an impersonation, and you did a
that's
very,
right.
very good job.
It's hard to know.
Scott, we know your highlight. Nick, your highlight was, what was your highlight of the wedding?
Oh, I think the flower girls were the highlight. I thought they really
were
added
good,
something to
weren't
the
they? They were
occasion.
good.
So they were special.
Good.
Yeah.
Low light, without a doubt, was Scott not doing the
Commentary?
Worm. I feel like,
not doing the worm.
like that was a real disappointment, a real letdown. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
It was the moment that you had rescued Luke, if I remember rightly, in his best man speech.
Yeah.
You rescued Luke with that worm, and you weren't even willing to walk down the aisle. Well, worm down the aisle. It wasn't a big challenge that we'd set.
Yeah.
It was just something that we thought would have made the day.
We even shortened the length of the aisle.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, a man in a bear suit doing the worm down the aisle is classic wedding stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's what weddings are made of.
Simo, you had an interesting role for the wedding. Would you think that's something you could monetize and take to other people in the future? There's a lot of live stream weddings going on. Do you think with the wedding commentator?
I do think it's something that's underestimated and undervalued. But I mean, to be honest with you, in this show, it's one of those things that I've become used to, is being underestimated and undervalued. When I first pitched the idea of an album, underestimated, undervalued, but I think we're beginning to realize that I'm a lyrical genius. When we first
what genre was the album? Sorry.
It's a mixed genre. When we first pitched the idea of me planning a wedding, undervalued, underappreciated, and yet we pulled off the wedding of the decade as voted by the people. And now it seems as though no matter what we pitch, guys, I get undervalued and underappreciated. But I'm used to it. It's okay. We're going to move on.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. Let's move on. Yeah, okay. I just think wherever you set the goalposts right now, you need to set them further away.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
It's a good sporting analogy, though. You want to unpack that a bit?
Another one coming up in tonight's show. Before we get there, though, I have actually we will talk about that haircut later. I have a banger of a story on the way from the
We'll be the judge of that, mate.
Hey, I'm thinking, I've had an idea.
Okay, hang on a minute. Let's put some.
So you love these sound effects.
I do like the sound effects.
You love the jingles.
Yeah.
Particularly
I'm a
jingles
musical genius. I told you guys
early
that.
2000 songs.
96 to 04 was the range we agreed on.
96 to 04.
Really the prime
That was
time.
my prime era right there, 96 to 04. Because you know what happened in 04?
What?
I started having kids.
Yeah.
I think that was the wrong sound effect. Yeah, there we go.
That was good.
I would like...
Wait. Let me just put some music behind your idea.
It's not music, that's a harp.
That's a turn the page. It's like a story. I'd love if we could.
I've had an idea. Trust me, it'll work. Ready?
I'd love if we could keep going. Turn the page.
I had an idea.
Turn the page.
Amazing.
That was good, wasn't it? I got this thing. Hey,
Lisa's
Nick, you
finally
make this
learnt
job look hard. It's so flipping
I
easy.
know.
It's ridiculous.
Can we just take a moment?
Here's the idea. I feel like we were talking before about when we're having the cheesecake, and this is something we're mentioning to more and more people is...
there's Kim. Kim, did you get any cheesecake? That's what we want to know. Did Scott bring you cheesecake home? We sent him home with half a cheesecake.
Even if you had of it, wouldn't have gotten home. We sit around, we have these great conversations at the end of the show. It's something we've talked about with a few people. I would like, if we, even once a month, we start recording those conversations. Just the lads sitting around having a chat about life. I want us to do this.
So what, are you pitching a new idea? Is this what this is? You're suggesting that we add extra work. Mate, it's nice and easy for you to come up with these ideas because you're not doing all the behind-the-scenes work. Nick and I spend weeks planning every single one of these shows. Weeks!
Several weeks.
Planning these shows.
That's fine. When you get to the level of talent that I'm at, then you'll also have people to plan shows for you.
All right, so what's your
I do
actual
love a
idea?
good low bar.
So it's just literally us blokes sitting around.
So it's like, the SCOMO show, we try and keep it to half an hour, usually blows out to about 45 minutes.
Wait a minute.
But this is like our extended long play, the boys sitting around having a chat.
Up late with the boys.
It's like an after party show. Here we go. What cheesecake? And here's a bit of a revelation right here. Oh, you guys.
Is Kim lying? She
You
said what
guys
cheesecake, and
your
Lisa just said that they had cheesecake today.
Cheesecaking, thieving.
Just as a side tangent, kind of story that would go well on a podcast, might I add. Lisa was at Kim's today getting ready for stuff for our wedding on Saturday.
You getting married again?
Yeah, why get married again?
We're renewing our vows 9 days later.
Yes, let's call what's happening on Saturday the renewal of your vows.
So they were there preparing for the renewal of our vows. I rang Kim to tell her that a plan we had just extended in some way. And she's like, hold on, Dad's got a question for you. I'm like, okay, what's her dad working on? This is obviously a big part of something that's going on at the wedding. Like, should I be worried? Has something drastically changed? He needs to password for Stan. I just love the image of everybody working hard on wedding planning.
And they want to know.
Lisa's over there and Kim's dad's in the background going, check the Stan password.
Magnificent. And
Anyway, back to the point. What do we think of the podcast?
Yeah, no, I love it.
Good
Let's
idea.
do it. Let's give it a crack. If you're interested in listening to our podcast, hit the like button on the on this video.
Well, the other thing
And what should we call it, Scott?
What we call it. And
I've got an idea. Hold on.
Facebook page.
Lisa's just commented with an idea for the name of the podcast.
That is a great
Two different
podcast,
cheesecakes.
That
Two
is a
different
podcast
cheesecakes.
I would listen to.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Look,
is
she's
it?
got another idea here for a name for the podcast. Don't know what
Right.
that's about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
okay.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, righto.
That's,
Okay. No, that's a good idea. I don't mind it. We just got to come up with a name for it. Yeah, look, see, I told you I do all the work on this show.
I think we've just found a new name for the podcast.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I just deleted that comment, so that'll be gone. Yeah.
I
I don't know what you mean, Lisa.
Anyway, if you could, even if you're watching this later on, if you could comment your name for our new podcast, it's the
I don't mind
podcast
it.
that gets recorded.
What about 2.5 Men? I've never heard
I
that
think
name
that's a
used
TV
before.
show. I
No,
think
where?
Ashton Kutcher might have a thing or two to say.
2.5 Men, because it's us two and that, and well, maybe.
Here's a podcast name.
I like it.
Welcome to a new episode of Yeah, Nicholas.
Or this one here.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever,
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Of Whoa, whatever, Nicholas.
Another episode of whatever, Nicholas.
Yeah, that's
When
actually.
Nicholas rants and raves, and we go, whatever, Nicholas.
Yeah, that's so
There
good.
could be a lot of fun. Maybe we just pick any of these comments that are listed on Facebook under the show, and we just pick our favorite, and that's
know
going to be the name of the
That's
podcast.
a great idea. You know what would be really fun as well is if we randomly pick a comment, even that it's not related to any of the things that we're on any page anywhere, and just talk off that comment. How good, like fully
At least
taking
for
a
a
comment
podcast
out of
name.
context.
Lisa's on fire. That's great.
One of the best podcasts I've ever listened to was a group of guys that found complaints on the McDonald's Facebook
Magnificent.
page and did a podcast around them.
Yeah, it's great.
And it all started with the greatest complaint they ever found on the McDonald's Australia Facebook page, which was, you need to stop advertising on daytime TV because my doctor told me I have to stop eating McDonald's.
Magnificent. I've got a name for our podcast. Here it is. Yes. I like it. That's the
Thanks,
one.
Lisa.
No, you know what? If we do that, we need to get audio of each of our significant others saying that line, and that's the intro for the show. That's the intro for the show.
You guys are idiots, and they could do like a harmony there. Yeah,
I like
good.
it. I like it. And you know what else we could do? Like, I like that complaint idea. And what if we then just we called it That Makes
Your mic's dropped out, Simo.
Mic has dropped out.
There we go. That's weak. See, the one week I'm not there, and you can't even set up the
Yeah,
microphone.
that's a
Anyway,
problem.
keep going in turn, Simo.
Okay. Well, look, it's
is it
going to
fixed?
be the
Is it
after
fixed?
party. It's going to be the conversations we
Ooh,
have
what I'm on it.
when the cameras go off on the SCOMO
Mm.
show.
What if we called it No One's Listening, are they?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Jeez,
That's not bad.
whopping.
And we talk as though no one's listening.
Yeah.
What if you heard the things that we thought about life when no one was listening?
Gee, that's
not a bad idea. What do you reckon, boys? Nick, like for instance, what do you really think about the Broncos if no one's listening?
What's the rating on this show, by the way? Is it going to be like a PG,
You know what I mean?
MA?
How
Yeah.
good?
You know what?
Yeah.
No
You know
one's
what?
listening.
Let me come up with a topic that could be on our first podcast.
All right, it's not bad.
This is something I hear you two talk about all the time when we're hanging out.
Yeah.
After I get married, what's the deal with needing to ask permission to buy things?
Let me just start this with a story that may end in me sleeping on the couch tonight.
It's a nice couch.
It is a nice couch. So I come home the other day, and maybe those who are listening can relate to this. I come home the other day, and my wife is wearing a beautiful new jumper, and I said to her, "Hey, hun, that's a really lovely jumper." And she goes, "Oh, you like it?" I said, "Yeah, I do like it. Where'd you get it from?" And then she said, "Lil bought it for me." Lil is a friend of ours, a shared friend of ours. I said, "Oh, that's really nice of her. What did she buy that for you for?" She said, "It was on sale." I said, "Oh, that's great. Do you have to pay her back?" "Oh, yeah, no, I agreed to pay for it, but she bought it for me." I liked how she cleverly, like, the whole story would have gone, "I got a new jumper. My friend bought it for me. It was on sale. Isn't it looking fresh? It's looking fly. What a great jumper. By the way, I don't even know how much it costs still. All I know is that her friend bought it. It was on sale, and she had to pay her friend back. Literally, she bought the jumper. Her friend was it." And I'm like, man, this is how... If I was to do this, by the way, I'd be in massive trouble. But... like, there's this thing that happens when you get married where you've got to work out how you can buy things without your significant other finding out that you have bought these things, right? And you've got to work out the story. You can never just say, "I've gone out and bought this." You've got to set the story up. It's called strategic answering. My oath, it's strategic answering. Nick, you were sharing with me a similar story the other day, but you were in trouble.
Well, no, it's a story from a friend of mine, Simeon.
A friend of a friend.
Certainly not me.
Friend of a friend.
They might be getting married this weekend. I'm not sure. But anyway, have I deflected enough? No, I've got two tricks, and obviously we're working hard trying to save at the moment, and COVID's been helpful for us for that. But I still need a couple of coffees every day to get through the day. And rather than Helen... Yeah, I need a couple. And I've been going into work, and I don't have a good coffee machine. So... Anyway, long story short, Helen's not the wearing a new jumper. Where did you get that from? She's just tracking through the transactions to see what's going on. Why do you keep going to this place every day? She doesn't care about the amount. So there's the old $20 out at an ATM once a week, and that's sorted for the week. Yeah. The other trick is if I needed to get something, you make sure you go to a shop that sells lots of things. So if I needed like a new pair of, I don't know, Apple something, I wouldn't go to the Apple store. Go to Kmart or Big Dub or JB or something that sells lots of things. And you sneak in a present for the significant other in there. $5 for a new, single. Do they still sell singles?
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
But you know what I mean.
But one of the other tricks that I do as well is I talk about all the things I wanted to buy but I haven't bought. And I do this. So you got to set it up for a little while. This is the long play. And so you leave websites open. Oh, no, I was looking at it, but it's way out of our price range. Definitely not going to do that. Not going to do this. Not going to do that. All the things you're not going to buy. And then finally you get the one thing that you have wanted to buy the whole time and go, look, I mean, I haven't been able to get all these other things, but I just got this little thing over here. And it's much less than all those other things that I couldn't get because they were far too expensive as well. Share your secret. How do you get away with buying things? But Scotty, these are things that you've got to look forward to. Yeah. Have you experienced anything like it yet is my question.
Nick and I actually had to go through this recently because I went and visited Nick before I went up to work a couple of weeks ago, and he's a sick new laptop, and I thought, geez, that's cool. And he said, well, I've actually got a lot of tax money back, so I thought I'd treat myself. I thought, I've got a lot of tax money back. Yeah. Oh, that's sick, bro. And so then that night I was like, I think I'm going to use the tax money back for a new laptop. And Kim's like, okay. And then I was like, yeah, Nick's got it. And she goes, I knew you got that from Nick because I saw his, as soon as you said it, I knew.
Yeah. That's why, by the way, the other week, and we're going to have to do this, boys. Maybe this is part of our podcast. We accidentally got each other another gift, right?
Oh, genius.
Because what happens is, if I buy you a gift, how can my wife be angry at buying you a gift, and vice versa? We all buy each other these little
right.
gifts
She's not
every
going to
now
be
and then.
angry
You
at
know
you
what I
for
mean?
being a giver. She
No,
can't
we're
be
being
angry
generous.
for being
I'm a
generous.
giver. I'm just
And
giving.
one day
That's
it's a
all.
new car, and that was a gift. Like
It was a gift. I couldn't help that I got him a gift.
I know if you're
Then he got me a
prompted to do
gift.
these
This
things.
is good. This
Yeah.
is good.
Like I was actually, because Scott and Kim's wedding this weekend, and I was going to get some money out instead of buying a gift, and I had such high I was going to go out many dollars, and Helen's like, no, we're not giving them that much, and dropped it right
Really?
back down. So
Really?
yeah, you got to play the
from
games. You got to
$5,000
learn.
down to 500.
We're almost drop a couple of zeros off each. But yeah, 50-cent coin will be in your card, Scott. Look
Yeah,
forward to
great.
that.
Yeah, right.
An iTunes
Yeah.
gift card that you got on sale.
It's expired, but it's not my problem. Thought that counts.
No, 100%.
I actually, by the way, speaking of the wedding and the podcast that we are going to do where we buy each other gifts, I freaking like this idea. It's going to be magnificent. The idea, the concept that we get to buy, even if we do it once a month, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Buying each other a gift once a month, the joy of giving and receiving once a month together as a bunch of lads sitting around eating cheesecake, talking about the gifts that we're giving each other. Eating cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
All sorts of cheesecake. Now, Scotty, your hair is looking sensational.
Thank you. I deserve that.
And I think everyone needs to hear the story of why your hair is looking so sensational.
Because I got a haircut, obviously. But
Which is looking magnificent.
But I didn't go to my usual barber. I didn't usually go to my usual.
Wait, before you tell your story.
Oh, well,
Before you tell your story, I got something for Father's Day. I hope you guys all got your dad something for Father's Day out there, or your significant father figure. And both of my kids went to the Father's Day school, and they got
Amazing.
the same gift. It's one of these little head massager
Wait,
things.
then you got two of them?
I got two of them actually.
Nice.
Have you ever used one of these, Nick? These head massager things?
Oh, not in a long time.
Really? Never, or you have used them though?
I have, but not in a long time.
Oh,
They're
No.
not super effective, though, are they?
Oh, they're magnificent. Have you never
Oh,
used
really?
them?
I feel like the last time I used one, it just felt like something scraping.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to see
Okay.
how effective it is. I want you to tell the story about your fresh haircut.
Oh, okay.
And while you tell the story, I'm going to use this head massager on you, and we're just going to see how the story turns out. I tried this with Lisa and the kids the other day.
Okay.
And what we did was we ended up sort of doing it as I was reading in different parts of the story, and it made for some amazing time. So
All right.
all I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this ready. And
Yeah,
I
so
want
I
you to
went
tell
to my
the...
usual.
Keep talking.
I went to my usual barber at Carindale last week, but it was a people free day, as you.
A what? A people free day?
People free day.
Yeah.
And so it was packed. It was a.
This is a new low for the SCOMO Show.
There was a 3-hour wait. Time.
Come on, mate.
at
Just
the
keep telling
barber.
your story.
And so
it's
I
no
didn't wait.
effect.
I was not going to wait. I was not going to wait around for 3 hours.
Can you just tell
3
your
hours.
story? I just want to hear the
And
story.
so then I went back to that place this morning at Carindale, and it was an hour and 45 minutes. And so I found a new place at Cooperoo. So I had to.
Sorry, hold on. Did you
Let's
say
wait
you
for
tried
that.
a new barber the week of your wedding? That is insanity.
Well, like he came highly.
Wow.
He came highly recommended.
He came what? Highly.
What did he come?
Highly recommended from people I trust.
Oh, dear.
If you don't have one of these, can I just recommend, even in your home church or in your home group or whatever it might be, get one of these, and next time someone's reading the scriptures or the
can
Bible
still
or
feel
whatever, all I want you to do is literally, I want you just to do a little bit of this as they're reading. It is magnificent. You cannot read straight while you're doing this. So here we go. Just read even that comment from Kim right there. Just read it out.
Well, that's so true. Oh, it's so true. Imagine if he said yeah.
And the emoji. You got to do the emoji. Oh, Kim, it doesn't matter because we all know Saturday's about you. Hey,
Do you
idea.
remember, before we
Idea.
go
Oh, that
on-
was magnificent.
Before we go on, do you remember the night we were hanging at your place and Helen got you a massage gun, and then we found that place
Oh,
in the
that
back of it,
spot
and
on your
all
neck.
of us were like,
I've still got concussion from it. Apparently, if you hold a massage gun to the back of your head, it's
Simi,
not
what's
good.
going on with your hair? Are you getting a haircut for the wedding?
Hey? No, I made a statement on the show a couple of weeks ago now, and I'm sticking to it. No scissors will touch this hair for 1 whole year. 1 whole year, no scissors touching the
Why?
hair. I'm feeling fresh.
But why?
You know what I'm saying? What do you mean why? Why do you
Because
need a
when
reason?
when I walked in here today, Esther loudly pronounced, "I'm going to make my husband get a mullet." What is happening in the Hoffman household?
Yeah, we're just exquisite people is all it is. We just have fine taste, refined taste, I would say. Yeah.
So, because this is what it's reminding me of. This is where you're going to, because right now there's a lot of people who are in COVID world, and so the hair situation can get messy. So, Gillan McLaughlin, I'm not sure if you guys know this guy. Here's a sporting reference from me. So, this guy.
Oh, this was your sporting reference.
This is my sporting reference.
This is your
Literally
way of
naming
getting
a
into Nick and
senior
I's world of
executive.
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gillan McLaughlin, he's the head of the AFL. That's a photo of him there. He's a striking man, quite a tall man.
I think I know where you're going with this. I also am striking. Thank you.
You know what? If that's where you want to take what comes next, that's
Yeah.
fine. Last week, everybody saw him on the telly again because he obviously made the announcement that Queensland is hosting the AFL Grand Final. So this is him. This is Gillan usually. And
Looking great,
after
looking fresh.
2 months of quarantine in Victoria, here's Gillan's haircut.
Oh, that looks even better.
Stop it. That's not
How
legit.
good. How good is that?
That's Gillan McLaughlin making the announcement last week.
Do you think he feels happier with that hair flowing beside his ears like
it
that?
looks like he's gone back to 1970.
I honestly I know I made the comment 2 weeks ago, but already, guys, I'm already wanting to cut my hair. It's outrageous. I'm losing it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so no haircuts for a year.
Is there a reason or just for funsies?
Just for funsies, mate. Can't you just have a little life in here? Just live a little. You know, this is my version of fun when I've got 4 kids and I'm married now. This is as wild as it gets. Now, boys, I wanted to play a little game with you tonight. I haven't written a jingle for it. I apologise in advance. But I do want to actually play a little game with you called Finish This
Are you
Song.
sure? Couldn't you just make one up now? Like, is there like a Maroon 5 song
Finish
from
this song. It won't take
2004 that you
long.
could reference?
Finish this song. It's going to be real fun. Shut up. All right. Now, listen. What I want to do is I want to play that. These are worship songs that are legitimate worship songs that have been sung in churches all over the place. And all I want you to do, I'm gonna hide this from you now, and we're gonna go and I'm gonna put up on the screen a part of the song, and then I want you guys to finish the song. You're both gonna get a chance, so don't get too excited. Nick, you can start on the first round. Nice and simple. All I want you to do is tell me what line comes next. Then, Scott, you're going to have your go at it, and then I will tell you what the actual line is of an actual worship song that's sung in actual churches. Nick, it says, "Come and partake the gospel feast. Be saved from sin. In Jesus rest, oh, taste the goodness of your God." And the next line would be,
"And wash your feet before you come into the church to pray."
oh, that's not bad. Scott, yours?
Taste the goodness of your God.
Yeah.
Worship Him.
Wow. Scott's, yours is not actually that far off. And because you were singing, I'm going to give you the points for that round.
That's fair.
You win that round.
Well done. Room to improve.
Yeah, room to improve. The actual line was, you ready for this? "And eat his flesh and drink his blood." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very Twilighty, isn't it?
Yeah. So just to come and partake the gospel feast, be safe from sin in Jesus' rest. Oh, taste the goodness of your God. Can you imagine singing this? "And eat his flesh and drink his blood."
Bit of communion song. Very good.
All right, here we go. Scott, you're first up this time. "Blessed is the man who's..."
This is from Taylor Swift's folklore album.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Blessed is the man who's coming to visit me after my ex deserted me.
Yeah, that's, yep, not far off.
Okay.
Wow.
Nick?
I'll stick with the Taylor Swift theme. "Blessed is the man whose squad is big and worships me all the time."
Wow, that's not bad.
I went some
Nick, yours felt
syncopated-
more Taylor Swift, so I'm
Thank
going to
you.
give that round to
But
you.
I went a bit of a beat there. Yeah.
You ready?
What
Yeah,
was
that's
the
how you got that round with the beat. You ready? The actual line is,
Yeah, that's your game, Scott.
and you can play along at home too if you think you know what the next line is.
Oh, Lisa's
Ready?
got the next line. Hold on.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, ready? Here we go. Blessed is the man whose bowels move and melt with pity to the poor.
Wow.
How good is that?
His bowels move.
Like
Diarrhea.
flatulence.
Yeah. So if you fart with excitement because of the poor, then you're blessed.
With everything within me, praise the Lord, I guess. Like, it kind of stacks
How
up.
good? How good is this gear? All right, you ready for the next one? All right.
think so.
Well, you ready? Now this one. By the way, that song title of that song is "Blessed is the Man Whose Bowels Move." You can look it up at home later
Oh
on.
my God, what is happening?
Yeah. Are you ready? All right, here's the next one. Ready? Dance then, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I'll lead you all wherever you may be.
Until you need to leave the dance and go and take a knee.
Oh, Nick. Nick, I mean,
Bit of
Scott,
rhyming.
good luck. Good luck topping that. What is...
You all wherever you may be, Jesus, the only man for me. Disappointing.
Nick, I'm going to give that round to you because the actual line was, and I'll lead you all in the dance, said he. The title of the song, you all know it. Say it with me. Lord of the Dance.
Lord of the Fly. Dance.
You know that song, Lord of the Dance? How good is it? Lord of the Dance. It's written by Michael Flatley. It says, dance then. Where? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, this is great stuff, isn't it? Dance then, wherever you may be. I'm the Lord of the dance, said he, and I'll lead you all wherever you may be, and I'll lead you all in the dance, said he. So that's 2-1. 2-1 so far.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This one is a bit of a trick.
Okay.
A bit of a trick one, because you probably know it. We're going to dance in the river. We're going to dance in the river. We're going to dance, dance. Everybody dance now. Scott.
Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah, come on.
Everybody
Dance now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Nick, come on. Everybody dance now. What's your line?
We're going to dance in the river. 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 Yeah.
Nick, you're actually right. That's literally the next line for the song. There's
I just figured this songwriter, who wrote it? Because they know, what, 3 different phrases. We're going to dance in the river. We're going to dance
the whole
in the river.
song
We're
is
gonna
we're
dance.
going to dance in the river. We're going to dance in the river. We're going to dance, dance. Everybody dance now because we're going to dance in the river. We're going to dance in the river. Nick,
Thank
that's
you,
you.
Chris
You've won
Tomlin.
it. 3-1.
Yes!
Well done for Nick. Phenomenal. I did have one more song. I don't know if you want to hear it. Do you want to hear the last one?
Yeah,
Let's do it. Let's hear the last one just for funsies.
Oh, I think we all know Miley Cyrus.
All right, this one, finish it off for me, Nick. This is a worship song. I need a wrecking ball.
To destroy the brokenness of my heart completely. Yeah.
It's
You gotta hit
actually,
that.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh,
I came in like a wrecking ball.
that was rough.
Studio audience.
That was rough. The song is called "Wrecking Ball" by Sidewalk Prophets, and it's I need a wrecking ball slamming inside my heart, breaking me all apart, tearing the old away, killing the fear in me.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty nice, aren't they? They're good worship songs. I know that if you were at home, that you were playing along, and feel free if you want to get the music for those, you can look up those songs. They are something else. So that was Finish This Song. What did you think, boys? Did you like that game?
It was actually a fun game.
Yeah.
Next week, no, I'm not here next week. But after next week, I'm going to introduce a new game as well that's song related. I can't tell you any more than that,
Right.
but it is going to be fun.
Actually, speaking of next week, Nick, are we still going to catch up next week? Do you want to do the show
I
without
think you
Scott?
should. I think you should.
Let's do it. We don't
Let's
even
see
need
if we-
him. Do you reckon
see
we
if
can
we miss
carry the
one.
show without this
Yeah.
bloke?
I think we might even bring a guest on next week.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring a guest on next week. And Nick
Good
and I were
idea.
going to bring a guest. Hey, do we have time for this? I've got some sayings that really.
Oh, no, we actually don't.
No, I've got some.
We'll save it for next week. We'll do it next week.
Guys, no, I've got some sayings that really make me mad. I really wanted to fit them in. Have we got time? We've got time, don't we?
No, I don't think we do.
We've got
It's
time. Let's
6
get. Do you guys want to hear them? You guys want to? You want to? You're all right for. We've got how many minutes have we got left? 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
30
We
seconds.
got 30 seconds.
All right, here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
Sorry. Lisa's just given the answer.
Nah, come on. Come on.
One. We'll do one. You ready?
Come on,
Okay.
bro. Go. All right. What is it? What's the one that annoys you?
Making me mad, because I want you to
Your mic's gone, Simo.
Hey,
Go.
you ready for this?
Your
Is his
microphone's
mic
not
on?
working. His
Oh, your
microphone.
microphone's on.
No, my mic's gone again.
There we go. You're on.
Did you guys?
It's
Did you guys
working.
turn my mic off?
Yeah. All right, go. Hit it.
You
Hit it.
ready?
Tell
I'm
us the
ready.
phrase.
I'm ready. Okay. So the phrase that I've got, and this one has been.